Morning all, it's the 2nd of July and I'm making market bouquets today. Now I call them market bouquets. I don't generally do farmers markets, but I've had an order for 8 matching, cheerful, not too expensive, what I would call market bouquets. So I'm going to make market bouquets. You're going to come along with me, see the kinds of things that I would put in them for July, how I'm going to do them, and we'll have a little bit of fun, I hope. And if you're new to the channel, you're very welcome. Please do subscribe, press the bell icon, and we'll tell you when we've got more clips coming up. And if any of the tips and tricks we give you along the way are useful, you can always buy me a coffee, or better still, join my club. Links to coffee buying and club membership are in the blurb to all my clips. Right, on we go. Right, first up, we wash the buckets. Why do I not wash the buckets when they come back in at the end of something? Well, I'll tell you why. Indulge my mild OCD. So, if I wash the buckets up at the end of the day and stack them, there will be potential for anaerobic, what would you call it? Anaerobia between the bucket layers. And so while I wash up with washing up liquid, I don't use bleach. So these are relatively clean enough for today, but not bleach clean. Don't like bleach. So if I then wash them up at the end of the day, without bleach and then piled them up, I couldn't have them all standing there breathing. There isn't room. Then there would still be bacteria building up in the buckets. However, this way, by washing them up just before I need them, they're super clean. I haven't used any bleach. The water's clean, the bucket's clean. The flowers will be cut, arranged, and out of here by the end of today. No build-up of bacteria. And I will pile these up in the pile of buckets, ready for washing up before the next time. I really do tend to do this. Everything gets washed up before I used it rather than after I used it. Because if I wash it up before I use it, it's super clean. You know, a vase, for example. I could wash it up after I've used it, but I would probably have to wash it up again to keep it really shiny before I use it again. So rather than doing something twice, avoid double handling if you can. Well, if you're new to the channel, this is how we work. So I fill up look, there's my trolley filled with buckets. This is Tea Cake, my dog, who comes with us. And off we go to the polytunnel. Always start at the tunnel. The weather's cool, but it's sunny. Oh, look. Let's have a look at the biennials as we go by. They could do with the water. Right, let's start with some sweet peas. 8 each of 3 different colours. Here comes the blue perennial phlox. Not the most popular for weddings, but just right for this mix. A little Ami for froth, and larkspur for the incredible blue, and Lavatera, or is it Lavatera, for the incredible pink. Oh, wow, look at this. I haven't grown Gadisha since my first year as a flower farmer. And I remember not loving it. But actually, you know what? For a little moment in July, sort of almost between the roses and the dahlias, it's going to do a really good job. Just say yes to a little feverfew for that daisy shape. I much prefer Nigella when it's seed head shape than when it's in flower. So let's have some of that for that country fluffy feel. And toad flax makes a lovely extra detail. And here come the glads. I don't have 8 of the same colour, but I think it'd be fun to have, each one can have 1 glad. The lavender's falling out all over the place. And the bronze fennel's just coming. So that's 2 things we can have. Ooh, and a third umbellifer, kindly supplied by the wild carrot. I have to say, these outdoor sweet peas are pretty much a miracle given the slug damage we had. But here they are. We're not going to cut these yet today though. These can be for a party tomorrow. And on goes the alchemilla. You can see where I've been cutting. There's still more. Gorgeous spikes of Veronica. Exactly the same shade as the larkspur. Oh yes. The Tuscany Superb has been quite late this year. Just right for this little mix. Now the wild daisies are pretty much over. But here come their sisters, the Leucanthemum cultivars. Now here's a good shape, not quite an allium, but if I were to do a sort of knobblehead shape in this mix, then I think they'd be very good. Talking of knobbleheads, shall we have some of these mad alliums? And the drum heads are coming, the spherocephalon. More daisy shapes, I hear you cry. Well, will the giant scabious work for you? Just pinging open one finger at a time. More pink, more white. All right, all right. And Bonica is excellent in a market style bouquet. Resilient, many buds, plenty of interest, good colour. We need some foliage and this lovely chocolate mint is just the thing. Let's have Physocarpus and variegated cornus. So that's 28 of 30, but look, sedum on one side and striped grass on the other, and there's my 30 stems. Right, let's go back to the studio and see what we can make. Right, there we are, nice little mix. It's I've gone sort of not consciously, not wedding-y, quite sort of markety, but we have 30 different stems for each posy, which is obviously not the clever way to do it. Right, let the floristry begin. So I always fill up enough vases to put my made bouquets into before I start. Right, I'm going to make one of these posies. I'm not going to film myself making all 8. They're going to be the same. But I'll make one and you can see how it goes. I'm not going to talk all the time. I'll just make a posy and you'll see the process. Ready, steady, go. Et voila. A cheerful, brightly coloured, kind of strawy, full of interest, but relatively balanced bouquet. I'm just going to put this in a vase, make the rest, and I'll show you. Cheerful, very cheerful, I think. And there they all are in a little circle. I'm often encouraging people to arrange their flowers in a circle and take a picture because it looks really nice for their Instagram. And I'm about to do just that. It's a sort of a prairie look. So then they're all wrapped, popped in a posy bag and ready for collection. Don't forget the care card. And I'm going to go and have some lunch, and then I'm doing a massive tidy up in here because I'm moving studios. Tomorrow, I finally go up the field. Whew, it's been a long 18 months. Now what are we up to? Ha-ha! At last, moving into the studio. Welcome to the new Common Farm Flowers Hub.